old boy with a big mouth. I can blend right in with a loud ass crowd. Party people coming unwound. Gonna open up the throttle when the sun goes down. Ain't heard anything, so why not? Turn up the tables and line up the shots. Take it to the woods when we leave the bar. Can't stop, gotta party like a redneck rock star.
What is up, everybody? We're back with another video. So, I wake up this morning, go to YouTube like I usually do. I'm scrolling through my feed, and the very first thing that pops up is our topic for the day. Because apparently, Fox News and YouTube are conspiring together that I am just not allowed to wake up in a good mood anymore. Now, it's been said in other videos, I tend to lean towards the right. This is a true statement. But I am not trying to impart that. It's been said in other videos, I tend to lean towards the right. That is true. But I do not try to impart my beliefs on my viewers or on anybody by using partial cutouts, skewed statistics, leading pieces of data, things that if you take a minute enough snapshot of any piece of data you can use to make an argument that's not necessarily an accurate argument. I appreciate the message that Fox News was trying to put out, but there will be a few clips through this video that will illustrate why I do not back the means of how they do it. So Fox News got one of their reporters that's with Campus Reform to go around to college students and ask and try to get them to sign a fake petition to cancel Memorial Day. And this is what they got.
You know, we're talking about Memorial Day. Is this a holiday that you support? Is this something that you're going to be celebrating?
I'm not celebrating. I don't think Memorial Day should be a thing that we celebrate personally.
Okay, why not?
I feel like it's a celebration of U.S. imperialism and colonialism.
First off, Sublime called they want their hairdo back. Second off, American colonialism. I can't think of a country that's colonized anything in the last 150 years, but American colonialism? Like, even if you want to talk about American imperialism and American genocide, that would have to go back to what? The American Indians? And that was the British. I mean, Anglo-colonialism, perhaps. American colonialism? And these are college students, y'all.
Personally, it's not like an attack on any individual, but more of a system.
It's not like an attack on any individual, but more of a system. Memorial Day is not about the system. If you were protesting Columbus Day, if you were protesting even the 4th of July in some skewed my heads up my ass perspective, perhaps. But Memorial Day is about the soldiers that have fallen, the men and women that fight to defend our country. It is an attack on a personal level. It's an attack on any person that has ever worn that uniform. Any family member that's ever lost a person in combat.
Absolutely not. I think it represents a lot of negative aspects of America and highlights something that, you know, people shouldn't necessarily be proud of.
I think it highlights a lot of negative aspects of America and things we shouldn't be proud of. Like what? The courage to stand up for what you believe in? The balls to take a stand? You're right. How dare we? A country founded on the bravery of men for freedom. How dare we use the bravery of men to defend freedom? What in the hell were we thinking? And then why would we want to pay tribute to the brave men and women that did lose their lives while defending that freedom?
If we're going to honor and celebrate the dead, I think it should be those that lost their lives to, genocide in America.
Do you know why we celebrate Memorial Day?
I know it's like veterans. Yeah.
I know it's like veterans, like I got God knows how much financial aid and student assistance, and I'm maxing out all of my debt on student loans to go to a college that's apparently teaching me nothing. This is something you should have learned in elementary school. And I'll prove it.
folks, Broadcast Cal here. Today we're going to learn about Memorial Day. On Memorial Day, we honor those who've given the ultimate sacrifice by laying down their lives for our country while serving in the military.
Now, by the way, lest we get too serious, even though this is a pretty sensitive topic to me, lest we get too serious, today's episode is brought to you by the word bestialogist. Yes, we have a word of the day, just like Sesame Street. Now, you might say, what is a bestialogist? Bestialogist is what you say when your girl calls you an uncultured swine for not seeing some movie or another, and you look at her and say, well, if I'm a swine, then you're a bestialogist, and I'm not going to sit here and be lectured by a pervert. Then she says, is that even a word? So I challenge y'all, take to the internet, hashtag bestialogist. Let's make it a word.
You know why we celebrate Memorial Day?
Not really, no.
To be honest, not really.
Today's correct answer is brought to you by one Ryan Upchurch.
I was riding around on my Harley today because I wanted to spend my day looking at the things that I get to enjoy as an American from what someone else sacrificed in their life.
Okay, and this brings me to my problem with their methods, though I completely agree with their message. My first question would be, how many people did they have to interview to get these clips? Of course, this is not information they're going to release. Is this a radical minority? Is this, 50-50? Is this the majority? What exactly are they teaching these people in school? My second problem with their methods stems from leading questions and the sheeple that the American people, particularly the younger American people, have become. Pay close attention to the chick that appears next, because she's going to pop up again with some very leading questions, and her answers shift quickly.
It's to remember the fallen.
It's a memorial in remembrance of people who have fought for our country.
There's actually a problem with Memorial Day, which is that it is kind of memorializing American imperialism and kind of glorifying it. Would you guys agree with that?
Oh, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, now with the dude with the camera and the microphone and decent vocabulary brought it up. Yeah, that's what I meant. It's not about honoring the fallen. It's about American imperialism.
Yeah.
Well, I have this petition here, kind of along the same lines. We're trying to get support to unrecognize Memorial Day as a federal holiday.
Probably not, because it's one of my bank holidays and I work at a bank, so...
Okay.
No, I'm not going to sign your petition because this isn't something I really believe in. This is something you just planted the idea in my head about like 37 seconds ago. And why would I give off a free paid day at work when I don't have to? First off, what banker dresses like that? If you walk into your bank and the person you're dealing with looks like that, take your money home, put it in a mason jar, bury it in your backyard. It's far better off.
Okay.
But I do think we should probably rebrand Memorial Day as something else. Like, let's celebrate something worthwhile instead of imperialism.
So, I still want the holiday. Let's have the holiday. Let's just rebrand it like it's a pair of jeans or an athlete that got a bad name for a DUI. We're gonna rebrand, we're gonna change its image because we're gonna celebrate something worthwhile. What could possibly be more worthwhile than people that were willing to sacrifice everything so you could stand on the side of the street in some hideous clothes talking to a weird dude with a microphone about something you clearly know nothing about? Go try that in China. Winnie the Pooh, rock on!
I have a good feeling you're going to sign this for me.
For sure, I'm definitely down.
Can I sign it?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
That's amazing. How long have you been trying to do this for?
We've been out here for a few hours.
Okay.
No one wants to sign up.
For real?
I mean,
Americans really like being American.
Intelligent Americans are proud to be American because they realize there's no greater country on this planet. But intelligent people also realize Memorial Day has nothing to do with being American. It has nothing to do with being white, black, yellow, green, purple, neon. It doesn't even have anything to do with being Western. It has everything to do with showing honor and respect to people who sacrificed everything so that you can stand on a sidewalk dogging the people that sacrificed everything. And some people will be like, oh, you should leave this country, you should this, you should that. I can't go that far. Look, I've grown up my whole life around the military. I had the honor of serving alongside these guys, and I'm telling you, they're fighting for these people's rights to feel this way and say these things. Not one of them would like it. But every one of them are willing to die for these people's right to do it.
I'm very proud to be a part of this country who's been through some crazy shit in our history. And I don't think the American soldier themselves in general gets the credibility they need. Motherfuckers over here is happy because they can go to a vending machine and click a button and get a fucking Mountain Dew. Our guys are in the fucking middle of a desert with not shit to do. And hell, they get thirsty and go grab a water bottle. When they grab it, the motherfucker busts because it's been in a fucking crate forever.
What you want to know? Like,
Hey, whatever you want to tell me, I'm open ears.
I mean, like, I didn't really think of it in this way until I got to college, and like I took women's and gender studies classes, and that put me on this path where I'm like, yeah, like the U.S.
Okay. So you took the gender studies classes, and you had this kind of revelation.
Yeah, exactly.
You took a gender study class, and that somehow made you realize, fuck the U.S. Were you studying to figure out which gender you relate to or you relate as? I'm just curious, asking for a friend.
Would you be down to like completely abolish the military?
Yes, please.
This is the same dude that was just talking about American imperialism and genocides. Look, there's blood on America's hands, no doubt. Soldiers were following orders. Government has dropped the ball times throughout history. Unarguably, no doubt. That's still not the soldiers' fault. But unarguably, the only quote-unquote genocide that could be laid at America's feet, and again, still Britain, were Native Americans. Do you know why? Besides disease, do you know why they were so easily genocide? Because they didn't have a centralized, developed military. So a dude who's talking about genocide wants to get rid of the entire U.S. military. They blow up our buildings when we have the best military on the planet. What the hell do you think they're going to do if we didn't? This is what one Fox insider and prior military person had to say about this, who's coincidentally an alumni from the same school.
Joey Jones, Fox News contributor and retired Marine bomb tech.
Don't let the those and those who died be so ambiguous that you don't have a name and a face to put with it.
Georgetown University, Washington, D.C. Joey, your reaction?
Well, I'm a Hoya. I went to Georgetown. Look at me. I'm not an idiot. But something those children don't understand that I do. Have you ever seen the movie Frozen? I've got a 2-year-old daughter. I watch it a lot more than I want to. There's a snowman in the movie Frozen, and he's so stupid and ignorant to the world around him, he can't wait till summer. He sings a whole song about summer, and he's a snowman. And the only thing stopping that snowman from having his face melted off by the world around him is a Disney princess. That's the United States Marine Corps.
That is quite possibly the most intuitive thing I have ever heard on Fox News. Coincidentally, it is also the only time it is okay for a grown man to reference the movie Frozen. There will be a link to Upchurch's Memorial Day tribute in my description, a link to the Campus Reforms video in my description, and a link to the Fox broadcast in my description, as well as anything else that I may have used that I catch in editing. Links to all the original videos are in my description. Fox goes on to spin their narrative, because of course they do. I'm not here to push an agenda, not on this topic for sure. I believe that anybody who has ever worn a uniform, and particularly has fallen down in the line of duty while wearing that uniform, deserves our undying gratitude, respect, and devotion. And I feel that the best way that we can serve them and honor them is to stand true to the core beliefs of everything this country was founded on and has fought for since its beginning. Go check out all those videos. So get your opinion on the matter. Just remember, if you take a small enough snapshot of any piece of data, you can spin the narrative however you like. And I don't have the statistics on how many they interviewed or how many they cut out, and I'm sure they will never give them to me. Until then, y'all be safe.
All right, let's bring
Answer to no one.